Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your June full moon reading. I have laid out the axes of the horoscope, and I will clarify the spokes of the wheel with the African Tarot, and I'll finish off with an oracle card. The full moon in late degrees of Sagittarius is occurring on June 14th. There are a couple of aspects that are supporting this. In particular, Saturn is retrograding in Aquarius. The ruler of Aquarius, Uranus, is in conjunction with Venus. These aspects are supporting our ability to make the changes in ourselves and in our world that we have learned are necessary. And we're able to look at and improve the ways in which we make changes, the methods we use, so that they are gentle and pleasurable in as much as we understand their necessity. So this is not about the world imposing changes upon you. This is you recognizing your ability to make changes within that are in concert with the changes in the outer world. I'm thanking you as well for all of your likes, subscribes, your comments especially. I so enjoy them, and thank you again for all the support you give me. The overall energy for you, Capricorn, is the Ten of Pentacles. And this is coming up for everyone. Our focus on our lifelong contribution to the collective, as well as our recognition of the tremendous ways that we have inherited the wealth of our ancestors. This card, Capricorn, really is focusing for me upon the Saturn retrograde energy in Aquarius. This is where your ruling planet affords you an opportunity to rethink the ways that you are understanding the world order and contributing to that, open to the ways in which that is changing, and that you are uniquely empowered to contribute to the change, the improvement of that world order. The 10th house, where the world sees us, shows you the Nine of Pentacles. And this is beautiful. This is indicating the things that are so important characteristically to Capricorn. This is your self-reliance, your command of your own resources, your abundance, a kind of perfection of your own internalized abundance, your own ability to build wealth that is useful and meaningful and utilized by you uniquely. This also indicates that you are poised in opportunities for generosity, for investing in other opportunities so that you do not jeopardize your base or your resources, but instead give appropriately and willingly, desiring to contribute to the generosity, the abundance, the prosperity of your community in a way that will come back to you. This card does not indicate singlehood. It does not indicate a bachelor's life. It indicates merely independence. Independence can be had ideally for many Capricorns in relationship, in community. I just feel a need to say that, as many I feel are grappling with relationships, the value of relationships, and the ways to be ourselves within relationships. The first house is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands in the first house indicates that a lot of your daily energy and focus, your perspective on the world right now, is about new inspirations, creative opportunities. This is you exploring, recognizing opportunity, the potential for phenomenal new creative growth. You're being inspired by the things around you, the opportunities you see in your everyday experience. And this is inclining you, preparing you to focus on beginning again, a kind of renewal you're experiencing. The fourth house is the Wheel of Fortune. And the fourth house, of course, is our sense of rootedness, our sense of groundness, where we are reflecting our narratives around our family of origin, our memories, our history, our foundation. The Wheel of Fortune is indicating that you are uniquely open to receiving the benefits of the universe in a way that is new for you. The Capricorn temperament is one of struggling and overcoming adversity, and so often built into our psyches is this notion that we must confront and beat down the obstacles that are all around us. Nothing is given, everything must be struggled for. And at this time in life, you are actually in a receipt of a very different kind of favor. This is the universe not only favoring those actions, behaviors, attempts to begin new things. Your actions are strongly favored, but this is part of a kind of karma that recognizes that you have been willing to work hard and support others as needed, and now that same energy is being received, given to you, a sense of favor and ease to your new creative opportunities, desires, actions, and goals. So this is an opportunity to timing is right for something that you are now in a position to build. The seventh house, the house of our significant relationships, shows the Five of Cups. And this is an area in which I suppose my emphasis on not necessarily being single was a response to this sense of regret, loss, grieving for those opportunities, those relationships, those chances when we feel that we were rejected, abandoned, lost, dismissed, or betrayed in some way or another. And that focus, as we have attempted to release an old picture of who we are or the way we need to be, we have grieved those losses that we once understood as a result of some victimization. This card is indicating that you are you've learned a lot from your ability to look at that loss, to grieve and mourn those experiences of rejection, and that they were fundamentally fundamental to your experience of the past and your relationships. However, there is a newfound gratitude for your ability to connect more deeply with yourself, to be your own best friend in a way that your relationships moving forward are helping you to assess, select, and focus on those relationships that are indeed reciprocal, that allow you to connect and be who you really are. The first house, Ace of Wands, is clarified by the King of Pentacles in the second house and the Page of Wands in the third house. The King of Pentacles is really emphasizing your ability to master your resources. So what it is that you're building and inspired to move forward, to plan for, to build, is really grounded on a sense of the mastery of resources, so that whatever it is you need and that you may not have, you are able to manifest because of this ability to internalize resourcefulness. abundance, the means to prosperity, your ability to manifest is firmly and securely intact, and you feel a sense of protection and safety at this time around your resources. That does not necessarily mean that you want to stop accumulating. Oh, to the contrary, you actually are very focused on building your resources to an even more complete, encompassing way that allows you a greater sense of expansion, of investment, ability to invest, and prosperity. The Page of Wands is really opening you up to beginning again, beginning this new project in a way that allows you to be a beginner. And this represents a powerful opportunity that may seem small initially, that may seem to be insignificant in a way that is opening you up to possibilities that you may have ignored in the past. This may be a new connection, an opportunity to network, to attend something that will inspire you to learn a new skill set, to reapply yourself in a direction of expertise that you have not invested in the past. The Wheel of Fortune in the 4th house is clarified by the 5 of Wands in the 5th house and the Knight of Wands in the 6th house. The focus on Wands here is very much a focus on the things that you want to change. You are applying yourself to making a creative change, to problem solving and effort in your creative, collaborative life. You are looking at the creation of a team, that you are desiring to build a team in regard to this new effort, this new plan or strategy or creation that you are contemplating, and you are in fact in the middle of, in the early stages of. You have begun and you are gathering new connections, new possible collaborators, and people who can help you to problem solve, make changes so that the efforts you may have made in the past or the ways in which you were discouraged from building on this particular expertise are now removed so that you can make the changes necessary. You are continuing to explore among an already clear area of expertise, Capricorn. This is some creative area or new direction, new inspiration that you are opening yourself to through others that is allowing you to build your resources, your capacity for wealth or success. The 5 of Cups in the 7th house is clarified by the Hermit in the 8th house and the Knight of Pentacles in the 9th house. The Knight of Pentacles in the 9th house is really showing that you are gaining stability and security in your resources, as well as expanding your values based on your ability, your willingness, your inspiration to explore new ways of doing things, new vehicles, new structures for those things, areas of expertise, new structures for your services or products, new ways to distribute what it is you know, and that will contribute to the building of this wealth, of the success that you desire here. The Hermit card in your 8th house is in your area of shared resources, and this sense of remorse and loss that you are recognizing and now appreciative of allows you to see that you would not be where you are without these so-called tragedies, these experiences of rejection or betrayal even among your emotional attachments, so that the hermit recognizes the ability to ask questions, to be more than curious, to dig deeply, to quest for those answers outside of yourself that will help you to recognize that skill that you have remaining, that skill of connection, being inspired, working with others, being self-reliant in such a way that your relationships are built upon your desire to grow and learn, and ways in which you are a teacher, can be a teacher in your relationships. However, ways in which you are now questing after and exploring a new perspective in relationships that doesn't rely upon the need for others, but rather recognizes that the connection to others is based on a mutual connection, reciprocity, ability to communicate, to grow and to learn. The Nine of Pentacles in the 10th house is clarified again by the Five of Cups in the 11th house and the Eight of Pentacles in the 12th house. This confirmation of the Five of Cups in your 11th house is showing an interesting way in which your relationships have been structured in the past, and you are now challenging and learning how to change those emotional connections. Where you have been stunned, stymied, stung deeply by the rejection of others, that sense of betrayal, that your natural willingness to help and contribute to the tribe has been rejected, has been seen as a threat, where that stopped you in the past from not only building friendships, but also expanding your network of associations and affiliations. That is now, as the result of your ability to face those patterns within yourself, the ability to own the responsibility for those betrayals that you've experienced, by recognizing the cliche that rejection is protection, but also to recognize that the thoughts, the deeds, the judgments of others regarding you, the lack of belonging you've experienced, need not be an obstacle to your ability to pursue the meaningful goals and aspirations that you understand are the best reflection of who you are, based on your knowledge of who you are and the gifts you have to contribute. That is inspiring you to rely again on your own resources, to work at perfecting those areas in your life, to building your skills, building your knowledge base, perfecting your ability to craft solutions to the problems and goals that you have already identified as essential. There's a feeling here of the time, an opportunity coming back around in some area of great strength and capacity for you. Something that you may have experienced in the past that was unsatisfying, unrealized, but that you now have the focus and devotion, the dedication to rebuilding, to crafting, to perfecting, to mastering in a way that reasserts your independence, your self-reliance, and your capacity for abundance in your life. I'm going to clarify this reading, Capricorn, with a botanical inspiration, and there we have the hydrangea, which contains the keyword thankfulness for understanding. Emma Goldman said, before we can forgive one another, we have to understand one another. I love this. As a Capricorn, I thank you so much for this beautiful reading. And until next time, namaste.